back with you one more time. I wanted to stop in, and I'm still recording on my iPhone. I'm looking at the LED light on it, so bear with me. It's like a little blinding, but I think it's given us a pretty good product here. So I wanted to take a look today with you guys and give you a bit of an example of the side-by-side. You generally liked the G203 mouse review, so I wanted to take a side-by-side. I did manage to find my Razer mouse, so I wanted to take a quick look at the two side-by-side for you. It's going to be a shorter video today, so if you feel free to jump through. I mean, I don't think it's going to be long enough to really have to worry about too many chapters, but I'll still get some in there for you. I just wanted to show you both in my hand, kind of give you an idea the size-wise, because the biggest thing you're going to read if you're looking at the reviews between the two is, are we like way bigger for the Razer? In general, you will see the Razer is, oh, it's a bigger mouse, bigger mouse, bigger mouse. What does that mean? Like, is it in my hand? Is it way bigger? Is it unreasonable? Is it nonsensical? So between the two, I've got them both plugged in right now, a Razer Deathadder Chroma on the one side, and on the other side, as you saw in the previous review, you've got the Logitech G203 series right there. So there's your two side by side. I just wanted to give you an idea. So now that I put them both in my hand, obviously I've been, as you know, using the G series for a while, to the point where I literally didn't know where I put my old Razer. I've had it a long time, like I said. So in on the side here, you've got, look at how worn it is. You've got your rubber matting right here. So this is a rubberized textured piece right there. On the other side, mine is worn down to the point where literally I couldn't even keep it on there anymore. It came off. It's just basically like a sticky glue in there. But there you'll see, there it is. There, see the button size? So that's a big deal to me. That's actually something that's been kind of noticeably annoying between the two, is you have a actual like massive difference in the thickness and width of the buttons. And it wasn't an issue with the Razer previously where I'm like accidentally clicking them because of the size, because as you can see, there's a good amount of thumb space still here. Very similar, actually, even still to the Logitech, just because of the simple fact that the Razer is a bigger mouse overall, a little bit thicker in the height. But if you go side by side, it is huge, the size difference. Like, size-wise, it is a big difference between the two. If I put the Razer on top of the Logitech, you basically can't even see it. Like, it is crazy, the difference. Underneath, you have your different pads and whatnot. For your sliders, obviously, again, you can see the Razer's is pretty beat down there over probably, honestly, like 4 years, so I can't fault it. I mean, it's been clicked a lot, it's been scrolled a lot. I will say between the two, I prefer the scroll on the Razer. You get a little bit of the micro grip on the G series here, if you can see there, a little bit of a micro grip on the slide, whereas with the Razer, it's a little bit chunkier in the grip, right? We can get it to autofocus there for you. No RGB through the grip itself here for the scroll wheel on the G series, whereas you do get the RGB showing through on the Razer. Overall, for the like RGB effects, so the Razer on this one, this specific Deathadder Chroma, you just have the symbol and then up here, whereas the G series, you get that big G lit up at the bottom, and then you've got all around the edges, which honestly, it's a brighter chroma kind of look, a brighter RGB kind of look. I do prefer that with the G series, the overall look of it. If you have especially anything newer, keyboard or computer wise, you're definitely looking at like a brighter kind of poppier RGB effect, whereas this is definitely a more muted feel. But I really wanted to make sure you guys had an idea of things. You do have the extra DPI control button here, whereas this is just your regular scroll. And again, this is a Deathadder Chroma, and I've had it for quite a while. I don't even know. I'll try and write the series in here for you. I'm like part light blind from the light on the iPhone. But so side by side, again, you are a notable difference between these two guys here. Like, definitely size-wise, notability on that. I mean, I have larger hands. As you guys know, I'm a bit of a bigger guy. If I kind of put my hand over the G series, there you go. So it does fully encompass it, right? I mean, as far as holding goes. If I do the same with the Razer, my hands are definitely still comfortable. If you have bigger hands, you're definitely, if it bothers you to have a little smaller mouse, I would think the Razer would maybe be a better option for you if you've really had troubles. But again, having bigger hands, even still, I've still enjoyed the G series. I think it's been great. Overall settings, DPI, the slide and movement of it, the G series does slide a little better. Obviously, again, you know the age of this, the skates on it are super old, but even with that being said, because of how light the G series feels in comparison, I mean, I don't think this feels clunky or heavy, but I think it's just kind of mentally with the size being bigger, it just feels like the slide is a little bit less quick and peppy. Now, that being said, if you're somebody who likes to run pretty low DPI or very specific aiming in any kind of the shooters, this might be the route you want to go. I don't know. But with this, I haven't had any issues with it. Still, I've been using it. I appreciate you guys checking out the videos there. Feel free down below, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But yeah, I wanted to really take a look at that. The big cons, I would say, for the G series, if you're comparing it to the Razer, is these little guys. Like these side buttons, the size difference between the two, this is frustrating to me. The G series side buttons, they're a little clickier, and like these aren't soft touch, but they're definitely less clicky on the Razer than this. This has a full clickiness to it. The other thing I don't love is because of how small they are, I do find myself missing or misclicking, or I'm almost having to, as opposed to just kind of instinctually clicking something, if I've got something set on that hotkey, I'm really more concerned about, am I hitting it right? Am I hitting it proper? And I know obviously I've been using this for a long time, so it's going to be more at home, but you can clearly see the difference there between the two in the thickness and just the overall width of the buttons is pretty apparent why it would be easier to click the Razer there. So again, I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you guys have any questions, always write them down below. You know I do my best. I read all the comments, and if there's any answers I can get for you, I know I don't go into every single little finite feature of everything I review, but my purpose of that is that there's a million videos out there that do that, and there's people that are a million times better than me at that. My thing is, how are you going to use it if you're kind of an everyday user? I mean, we're not all on pro esports gaming teams where it's like I need to know every single little setting of everything, but as a lot of you can attest to, if you do write me a question, I'm generally pretty happy to try and look up the answer for you. So thank you again for stopping by. I appreciate it, guys. We're, again, back at it this year. We're over 200 subscribers. I literally could not be more thankful for a little channel that's still little, but never thought I'd get like 3 subscribers. You guys have been so kind. I haven't been flamed with like any hate at all. I mean, you guys are fantastic. So it's been great to be kind of welcome to the YouTube community. I've been super up and down and spotty on my videos over the last, I don't even know how long I've had my channel, a few years. But I'm trying to get a lot more regular for you guys, especially with the lockdown and everything. And I'm trying to do what I can to get some videos out to you regularly, at least weekly, maybe even a couple a week. You saw about a week and a bit ago, I put out a bunch of videos on my tower series here for the new computer. So feel free, like, subscribe. If you want to throw the notifications on, great. If you don't because they piss you off, don't bother. But it all goes such a long way for me. Any comments, anything, it means a ton to me. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.